Hope the afternoon is going well for everyone. I'm really excited to announce that this is time for our P3 Impact Award, and I want to introduce the Department of State's Managing Director of U.S. Global Partnerships. Please welcome to the stage Tomas Debass.
Good afternoon, everybody. I need some energy. Good afternoon, everybody. Love it, love it. Thank you so much. Thank you all for joining us today at the, cannot believe it's been a decade, the 10th Concordia Annual Summit. My name is Tomas Debass. I'm the Managing Director of the Office of Global Partnerships at the U.S. Department of State. I'm honored to kick off this session showcasing 5 of the best public-private partnerships addressing the most wicked global issues of our world. To those of you who representing your P3s, I celebrate you. I applaud you for allowing us to learn from your experience, to hear about what you're doing. And in this game of the P3 Impact, there is no winners, there is no losers. Everyone is a winner. And so we want to work with you and not just highlight you and celebrate you, but support you in scaling the activities that you're working on. At our office, the U.S. Department of State's Office of Global Partnerships, we engage a very diverse set of stakeholders, be there to be entities like the Concordia Summit, companies, academia, civil society groups, foundations, diaspora groups, essentially the entire fabric of American society to put kind of all hands on deck approach in solving global challenges and advancing our foreign policy. So it's fitting that we're here at a Concordia Summit talking about this. And we're proud, our office has been a very proud supporter of and partner of the Concordia Summit since its inception. So it's really awesome to be here. And so welcome to the P3 Strategic Dialogue for this year, which is the setting is a bit different than the previous times. It used to be a roundtable. Now it's a different setting, but the conversation is still all intimate. We'll be here. You will hear a presentation from, it's kind of a pitch session, so to speak, from the 5 finalists who are going to answer questions by the distinguished judges. And this will serve as their final, essentially, review or evaluation before the award is announced tomorrow. Through this session, we will also be looking back 10-year anniversary of the Concordia Summit and the Impact Award itself, and to highlight trends on this public-private collaborations that we've been celebrating for the last 10 years. And I'll be joined by my partner in crime, Margaret Frank, who's representing our long-term partner, and everybody else. And so congratulations and good luck to the 5 finalists for the P3 Impact Award. Lastly, I want to thank everyone at Concordia, Matt Swift, Anna, and the whole crew, not just being hospitable to us every year, but by putting together this awesome event on an annual basis. This is kind of our Mecca, so to speak, our place that we come talking about partnerships. So I want to thank them. And so I'm going to pass the microphone to Cooper, maybe, to announce, I guess, the moderators, right? Hey, Margaret.
Thank you, Tomas, for those wonderful opening remarks to set the scene for this conversation. My name is Cooper Miqueli, and I'm from the partnerships team at Concordia, and it's a real honor to be representing Concordia for the 10-year anniversary of our P3 Impact Award. I'm also joined on stage here by Margaret Frank. She is now at UNC, so we congratulate her for being at the Keenan Flagler School, but she did represent UVA Darden for so many years. For looking back at your engagement with Concordia and in this partnership, it really marks a huge milestone. To commemorate that milestone, we have issued a report, a short report that highlights key trends in the P3 Impact Award and the P3 ecosystem. We have received over 350 applications representing 190 countries and all 17 UN Sustainable Development Goals. So we're really thrilled to be looking back at that. And as we look forward, Dr. Mani from UVA is going to be stepping in for Mary Margaret as she transitions. So we're thrilled to have you join us, and we're looking forward to the future of this award. What we're going to see here is short videos from our finalists, and then after that, our judges, who are independent experts from different industries and different backgrounds, are going to have the opportunity to ask them some final questions. After that, we're going to go into an open discussion with the moderators and the judges, where we look and examine the current P3 ecosystem, look at the trends over the past 10 years, and see what we think the future is going to look like. To explain why we do this, I'm going to turn it over to Mary Margaret to just set the scene a little bit.
So welcome. Of course, we are here to celebrate, right? I mean, I think one of the first things is just to celebrate the incredible work that's being done across the globe to better our society and face these complex challenges. However, as an academic, I think one of the things that I'd like you to know, as I finish my 10 years here, is that as an academic, when I was here in your seats 11 years ago at the Concordia Summit, one of the things I asked myself is, how is it that academics can engage in this conversation, especially business academics? How can we engage in a conversation, a growing conversation about how is it that a cross-sector collaboration is going to help us address these global challenges? And so when you start to think about academics, what do academics do? We do research, right? And so how is it that we might then take our research and provide insights to help continue the growth and the understanding of cross-sector collaboration? Well, one way we do that is we do it through cases, right? Another way we might do that is by doing data analytics. And if you think about the P3 award, that is what we're getting. We're getting cases, we're getting examples of best practices in what we do. We're also getting data. We're getting data that we can, in the future, analyze about what is it that people are doing. As it was just mentioned, we have a 10-year report that Vidya has worked on, and that data has allowed us to provide new insights. I'd like us to go ahead and celebrate what we're going to do in the next 10 years. And what I'd like us to think about what we're going to do in the next 10 years is lean into the sharing of information. Because that sharing of information, we can only know what's going on in the space if people are willing to be open and share their information, both on the good and the bad. And so as academics, data and information is really important. While we want to celebrate, we also want to learn. So I'm hoping in the next 10 years, you all help Vidya and others lean into better understanding by coming together to share information. So let's celebrate our 10 years and also look forward to another 10 years ahead.
Thank you, Mary Margaret. Before we hear from our first finalist, I do just want to take a second to formally introduce our judges. We're joined here with Alejandra Botero from CAF, Himanshu Sikka from IPE Global, and also representing Samrid, who was last year's P3 Impact Award winner, Mary Baskerville from HP, and Rob Tashima from Draper Richards Kaplan Foundation.